On today's show, NASA announces Earth 2.0, and I've already got Khail's bags packed.
And eSports is cracking down on cheaters who are taking drugs.
You know, winners don't use drugs. It's Tomorrow Daily. Greetings, citizens of the internet. Welcome to Tomorrow Daily, the best geek talk show in the known universe. I'm Ashley Scala. That's Khail Anonymous. I know, I'm heartbroken by these terrible revelations in gaming.
It's easy with a new sport for stuff to kind of subtly slip in and for us to start figuring out where, it's a learning process.
Growing pains.
It's growing pains, and there's a lot to talk about behind that because it kind of, people didn't even think about this.
No.
It was just kind of a thing.
That suddenly blew up.
Yeah, and we'll get to it, but let's talk about a new place to live.
Yeah, let's hit the headlines. Let's talk about a new place to live.
Let's talk about this Airbnb.
Not here. Yeah, I saw this on Airbnb, you guys. I was super fascinated. Earth 2.0 is NASA's account. Okay, so we got to talk about Earth 2.0. This was this morning. NASA announced a pretty big deal, and we'll explain why. They have discovered a kind of cousin to planet Earth in the Kepler. This is called Kepler-452b. Not A, not C, 452b.
Oh yeah, those other ones are garbage.
Those other ones are total garbage. It is near the size of Earth. It's about 60% bigger. It is orbiting in the habitable zone of a star that is similar to our own sun, which is pretty rare. So a lot of times you have, it's too close, it's too far, and then even if it is in that sort of Goldilocks zone, it is not, the sun or the star that it orbits is not good for sustaining life. So that means that this planet, Kepler-452b, is in an area where liquid water is possible. And its location also means that it could be rocky just like Earth. It could be like Earth, you guys.
It could be!
It could be.
We don't know.
They do expect it to have active volcanoes, though. And they also, and maybe a slightly thicker atmosphere than our Earth currently does. Ooh. However, a year there is only 385 days. It's only 20 days more than an Earth year.
Sweet, like an extra month.
Yeah, you get like an extra month to do stuff. It is unfortunately 1,400 light years away in the Cygnus constellation, which you can actually see pictures of. NASA's got their big photo gallery of all of these amazing photos taken by satellites, and you can see photos of the Cygnus constellation. But you can see this is like the whole, they have a bunch of pictures on nasa.gov. Like, I encourage you, if you love space like I do, go over there, look over everything. It's super fascinating. And also, and I thought this was the most interesting part, that this system has a 1 billion year head start in terms of evolution or development of life. If there is life there, they would have an extra billion years of evolution on us. It's
cool.
A billion years older than Earth. And
so they already have so many Marvel movies out, have already come out.
Oh my God, guys, they're in
Avengers
phase
14.
20 right now.
Right. Oh my
It's like MCU phase 20 at least. Yeah, I love this. I think this is so cool. It marks the first time that we've seen sort of what I think of as kind of the Earth hat trick, which is right place, right size, and similar star that it orbits. So this is the very first time we've seen all three of those things be the case for a planet.
To the layman, how do they know as much information, and what don't they know about it? Like, how did they find this thing?
So we have a Kepler, we actually have a satellite that has been taking pictures of the Kepler system very specifically for a while. It's the Kepler satellite. It's been out there for a long time. And I think last year we actually reported on this right before you came in and started co-hosting. Two of the, I believe it's 4 or 6 mechanisms on the satellite broke, they broke down. So they've only been able to get kind of a really focused view of Kepler as a system. And they still, though, have been receiving data, and they've been studying it and kind of making these determinations as they've gotten information in. So the Kepler satellite's still giving us amazing information and data on this system, on the Kepler system. So super incredible that we're even able to know. And one of the reasons, or one of the ways that they're able to kind of see size and different things like that is they will look at, as they're watching it, they'll see, things cross in front of it that kind of helps determine how big or small things are.
All right, cool.
But yeah, it's
don't start booking your trip
just yet. It's a lot of light.
Yet.
Yeah, you can't book your Airbnb just yet. I tweeted this morning, and I really mean this, we don't really know what's over there, right?
Yeah.
So we just kind of know it's there, and we have some ideas as to what it could be like. And for me, I can't help but think that maybe a billion years ago, when Kepler was in the same position that Earth is in right now, evolutionary wise, there were humans there or some type of living sentient beings there who discovered Earth and were like, oh, that's 1,400 light years away, and we're gonna name it like, Zaxxeron, 685X.
I like that they were humans, but they said Zaxxeron.
Zaxxeron. And so, well, of course, they have a little bit different language than what we have here. But yeah, I love this idea of like maybe we're looking at a planet that's looking right back at us and neither of us really know because of space, time, and stuff. It's really terrifying to think about it. Like maybe because of space and time, like we're looking at them so far, a long time ago, or
Ashley, what if there was an Earth to Tomorrow Daily show?
There might be. There could be.
What if they called it Tomorrow Daily 2? And they're like, why are we calling it that? Well, I don't know.
So, yeah, no, it's probably out there.
Hey, Space Khail. Hey, Earth 2 Khail.
Hey, Earth 2.0
suck.
Ashley.
Come at me, bro.
I will fight you for supremacy. There can only be one. Like
okay.
a Highlander. All right, that brings us to our hashtag of the day.
Which is?
TD452b. So this is the name
great.
of the planet.
Good luck with that.
452b. It's a number. It's a number. 452. You don't have to type it all out. That would be ridiculous.
I can't remember my phone number.
452. Would you move there if you knew nothing about it, but you knew humans could survive there? Like if you knew humans could live on the surface, like they say we know humans could live there. Like there's oxygen, and you could go there and you could live there. Would you go live there?
First of all, it's not a good idea to send me first.
I'm not saying you're going first. Okay. I'm saying if they just said the possibilities there, we can get you there in your lifetime. We figured out, let's say we figured out wormhole travel. Like we know how to bend space and time, and we can get you there really quickly, like within 5 years.
If I can decide in 10 years.
Yeah. Okay.
Because in 10 years, I will have experienced enough life on this planet where I could be like, all right, I'm ready to make an impact. I'm ready to do a new phase of my life. I'm at nearer to the ends, that sort of thing. So, but yes, the answer is yes.
You would go.
Bring tons of books, so many movies. I would learn everything, and then I would die on that planet.
You'd have to bring. Here's the thing. Like, what if, let's say, even if they were advanced civilization, people, there were beings that live there. All of their technology would be totally different than ours.
I'd bring a DVD player.
You can't plug it in?
I'd bring a generator.
Oh, fair enough.
I would whether it be pedal or whatever, or sun-based.
It's
come on,
you can
Ashley,
get some solar power going.
You're the host of Tomorrow Daily. You can figure things out. They can make a human heart out of nothing, right?
That's very true.
Okay, what about you?
Enough. I feel like I would go. It's hard because I don't think I would go if I knew nothing about it beyond just humans could survive there. Because sure, you could breathe air, but then if there's a bunch of volcanoes and there's not any technology, I would be really bummed out. Because I love the idea of getting up in the morning and not knowing if we're going to discover something like Earth 2.0. That's really exciting for me. And if there was just none of that on Kepler-452b, I think I would be really sad. I think I would die a sad lady.
Here's the catch, though, for you. Not to extend this any longer than it needs to be, but you report on all this stuff all the time. Wouldn't you want to be a part of at least one of the stories?
If there's Wi-Fi, I'd go. I want to be a robot.
If there's a McDonald's, there'll be a Wi-Fi.
I want to be part of the story where we upload our consciousness into robots. I would like to end up a Cylon before my death. That's my goal. That's a goal in life. That's on my bucket list, number 1, right there.
You're creepy.
I know.
A creepy lady.
I will take it.
What about you, Logan?
No. Nope.
No.
Not going.
No music festivals.
No music festivals on Kepler-452b. Oh, Logan could start his own. All right, tell me about
doping. So just gonna get through this real quick.
Okay.
Whether you like it or not, eSports or video game sports is as big as real sports.
It's a thing.
And because it's a new thing, maybe there's some problems that we haven't discovered yet. Namely, e-doping and or taking performance-enhancing drugs. Yes, there are drugs you can take to make yourself game better. Caffeine is a lower level one.
Caffeine, lower level, right.
But it's now being discovered that Adderall is being taken by a lot of people playing the game. And because there's no rules against it just yet, people are taking it. Well, they've decided to make a stand with that. The Electronic Sports League has announced yesterday that they're planning to start up the drug testing for drugs like Adderall. That seems to be the one.
That seems to be the one that's like very popular amongst really elite. And by the way, I just really want to mention this really quickly. The video that you guys are watching over what we're talking about, none of these people have like been convicted of doping. They haven't even been accused. This is just a really great compilation of eSports gaming that I found online that was made by a Redditor. And I loved it so much that I wanted to put it on the show. So just to be clear, this is just a compilation. This has nothing to do specifically like with any allegations of doping or anything like that in esports. Okay, please continue.
Yeah, I mean, it gives you an example of what it looks like. You're sitting there playing video games. There's a huge audience. There's millions of dollars at stake. Like, this is a real serious thing, and then people have a reason to take these drugs. Don't quote me on that. But so now they're trying to crack down. They're going to partner with the Germany NADA, the National Anti-Doping Agency.
Anti-doping.
So yeah, they're going to try and make measures to kind of prevent this.
Yeah.
There was an interview recently where some guy got kicked off a team and basically felt the need to tattle on everybody and say,
we were all on Adderall.
Everyone was taking Adderall. So yeah, I mean,
it kind of blew the doors open on it.
We don't know how deep it's going. We don't know if there's other drugs that are being taken.
I'm sure there are.
I read a bunch about this after I started reading it, and there's no word on whether. Because you can take a caffeine pill that's really, really, really high in caffeine, and it's not good for you. So, I mean, we don't know if they're going to start tackling that either. There's no word. They're just saying that now they're going to start cracking down. There's going to be some sort of rules in place, which is good.
That's a good thing. I mean, I think it's good that they're going to have policies, and I know that you had mentioned earlier before we started filming, they're going to do like support networks, like to help sort of players who are dealing with this is an immense amount of pressure these gamers are under. It's the same amount that you would be under if you were playing in a pro football game, or if you, and it's not a justification for doing that, but it is a very serious thing that these players have so much anxiety and so much stress about winning, like at all costs. And so
that's all they do day and night.
It's all they do day and night is play the game that they play professionally and train. So for the ESL to say, okay, this is obviously a problem, and we're acknowledging that, and we're going to make it better, and we're going to try to give these athletes a support network, which most other professional sports leagues have.
Yeah.
Support network.
Look, I know it's hilarious. I know it's
ridiculous.
Wait, hold on. I know it's hilarious to think that there's performance-enhancing drugs to play video games, but there's millions of dollars at stake. And not everyone is going to be taking these drugs. Here's the real issue. Not everyone is going to be taking these drugs, and it's not fair to the people that aren't taking the drugs that other people are. They shouldn't have to accommodate to that. They're like, well, they're taking them, so I have to take them to be as good. So it needs to be balanced. It's only fair to the people that are coming to see the shows and are being like, these guys are amazing gamers. So it's ridiculous.
It's just like professional sports, though.
Yeah.
That's not ridiculous at all. I think that is a logical, sound argument. It's not fair to the people who don't, and it's not fair to the fans because it's not genuine. It's not a genuine win. Mm-hmm. You've used something to help you win. So I think it's a good thing. I mean,
also Adderall is not a legal drug unless you have a prescription.
Right.
So you're already breaking the rules. So it's like whether or not you're playing StarCraft real good, it's like you're taking an illegal drug. While you're on a team to win millions of dollars. Yeah. So
not good. Shame.
We're gonna get you.
Let's go to break. Let's come back with Into It and our user feedback. Don't click away. It's Tomorrow Daily.
So this week I'm playing Portal Stories Mel, which is a community-developed free mod that lays on top of Portal 2. All you need to do is own the original game.
I've been playing a lot of PlanetSide 2. It's free to play now on PlayStation 4.
So I've been playing Telltale Games' Game of Thrones. It's based on the HBO series, but it's not about those characters. It's about an entirely different Northern house, and sometimes some of the characters from the show show up.
Lord Tyrion.
I've been playing Rocket League, and it is a blast. It is competitive as it gets. I can't remember the last time I played a game where I'm standing up screaming at other people.
This brand new story, new puzzles. The best part, it's completely free.
It's been pretty mellow so far. It wasn't really Game of Thrones. You didn't really capture that tension and that anxiety. But the most recent episode, not only was it extremely nerve-wracking, but it made me cry.
Massive player battles in an open world sci-fi setting, can't really beat that.
Simple, It's easy to play and hard to master. It's awesome.
Telltale, I think, is doing a really good job of making you really feel like you're playing the Game of Thrones and that you're navigating these conversations and these people's motives to further your own in a way that's both dangerous and entertaining. So I would check it out.
Welcome back to the show. We've returned. It's a Thursday. We like to talk about stuff that we love on Thursdays, so this is Into It. That almost felt like you just dropped the bass on us. All right, can I go first this week?
Yeah, you seem pretty excited about it.
I am super excited. So I had heard a lot about how great the Muppets TV show was going to be. The pilot, the stuff they showed at Comic-Con apparently was amazing, and they finally, ABC released the footage from what they showed at Comic-Con.
Oh, not the first episode, but the footage.
The first 10-minute presentation, that was what was sort of given to ABC to decide if they wanted to go to series with it. And it is awesome. It's so good. It's everything you love about the Muppets. It is smart and funny and just brilliantly done. The way that they're going to do it is it's going to be kind of documentary style, where almost like The Office, but it's about the Muppets. Like, imagine if you were doing like The Office, but it's going to be backstage at I guess a variety show, like the Muppet Show, but it's about their personal lives beyond the show.
This is such a fantastic idea.
So I guess a cross between The Office and 30 Rock, but with Muppets. That's probably the best way to describe it. And it is so good. This 10 minutes is so funny and brilliant. And again, classic Muppets. There are still some great Muppet jokes in there, but there are also some great jokes that are oh man, this is perfect. These are perfect modern Muppet jokes. I love it. So it's really great. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to tell you oh, this happens and this happens, but
Don't spoil it.
You should 100% watch it. It's worth 10 minutes of your time. Just jump on the internet, go over to YouTube, look up ABC's channel, and just watch it because it is so good and so funny. And the conceit of the show is great. And I can't wait to see it this fall. I cannot wait.
It's great. Yeah.
I haven't been this excited about a Muppets property in a really long time.
Really? What about the Muppets?
I didn't see Muppets Most Wanted.
Oh, that was terrible.
I heard that wasn't very good.
Yeah.
But I loved the Muppet movie with Jason Segel.
Yeah.
That was great.
The Muppets.
But then before that, there wasn't really a whole lot for a long time. So
yeah, that's true.
And I love Muppets Take Manhattan.
What's
one
your
of my
favorite
favorites.
Muppet?
Oh my gosh, my favorite Muppet? I really love Beaker. Beaker's an awesome Muppet, but I have to say Statler and Waldorf.
Oh yeah, okay, fair enough.
I feel like they're my favorite Muppets.
Safe. That's safely
Yeah.
good. That's good. All right,
They're
you
kind of my
win.
faves.
You win. Okay.
Tell me what you're into.
So I'm into it. I just got into 2 days ago, thanks to producer Logan, who made the suggestion. He's like, "Oh, you probably like this." It's Humans. This is a British television show.
Okay.
It's airing in BBC, but also airing on AMC. BBC is obviously they're 2 episodes ahead. But it is about. Basically, robots are now servants. They've created humanoid robots that are servants and will work in our house. And it's about the singularity. It's about this sort of, there are helpers, but they're slowly getting smarter. And some of them have dark histories that we don't know about.
Oh my gosh.
I can't go any further than that. But if you're kind of into that sci-fi, where sci-fi is where technology starts to help us out, but what are the ramifications of where does it unravel, and the stories of how it affects the world and stuff like that.
I love
it's
that.
just fantastic. They approach it at the way I say is the pacing is perfect. British television has pacing down to a T, whereas sometimes American television, and this isn't universal, but sometimes American television can be we gotta hit them hard at the beginning, and then it kind of has that slow lull,
drop.
and then they do the ending thing, but this thing has perfect pacing all the way through.
It's consistent.
Yeah, it's
Awesome.
really good. Humans, if you end up watching it, let me know, because I'd love
Kel.
to know other people that really like it. I love it. You should check it out too.
I definitely will now.
Thanks for the
That trailer
suggestion,
looks
producer
awesome.
Logan.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
You're so welcome.
All right, you want to kick to this next thing?
Yeah, hey guys, let's talk about you. It's time for user feedback.
Yesterday, we introduced the flying car.
We did.
The flying car is coming real soon,
Nice
unfortunately. And so we asked you, we had hashtag TDFlyCar, and we asked you, who would you give a flying car to?
Yeah, and you couldn't keep it.
You
had to give it away to somebody.
Freaking jerk. Okay, so here are some of the answers. First off, we got Frank, who says the animal patrol. Well, let's just can you cut audio?
Just,
okay.
yeah.
The Animal Patrol in Africa should have this flying car to hunt down these poachers.
Brilliant.
Yeah, he's referring to a poacher thing that we were talking about.
Poaching,
The rhino poachers, yeah.
Love
he's
that.
wrapping it all together.
Tying it all together with a nice little bow.
Smart person, Frank. Next up, we have Leo, who says, I'd give the flying car to Donald Trump so he can fly away from planet Earth.
I have to say, a lot of people wrote that answer. It wasn't just Leo. There was I think 5 other people who said, just give the car to Donald Trump and have him fly away out of Earth.
People are trying to get rid of Donald Trump.
People don't want him around.
Makes sense. Next up, we got Mitchell. Mitchell says, I would send one to a young mechanic for him to build a service station and repairs for future accidents. No doubt.
You're literally making somebody a rich entrepreneur by doing that.
I like that.
Rich entrepreneur.
That's kind of like it's kind of an emotional
That's good.
one.
I like that one. You're helping out somebody who maybe didn't have a lot of prospects in life, and now he's going to be a billionaire with a flying car franchise.
Good job, Mitchell.
Flying car fixers. That's what I'm going to call it.
Lastly, we have one from Khail,
Oh, Will.
who says, I'll give it to that Mexican drug lord El Chapo so he can get to Trump faster. LOL.
Who's going to get the car first? Is it going to be Trump to fly off Earth, or is it going to be El Chapo to get to
Very edgy answer to give it to a cartel drug lord.
Yeah, give the car to a cartel drug lord.
Meanwhile, Mitchell's like, I'm going to help some young mechanic.
Forget it, man.
Will's like, let's
Give
help
it to
a
El
drug
Chapo.
lord.
Although, to be fair, I think he
Awesome.
probably has enough money to buy a car right now. So El
Chapo?
yeah, he probably could just pay in cash for a flying car.
Give me dos.
Yeah.
All right,
Dos,
cool.
por favor.
All right, so that brings us, of course, to our last piece of user feedback, which is your photographer of the day.
All right, so Greg wrote in. Greg took this picture with his OnePlus One, and I have to say, this is incredible. It reminds me of that movie Fire in the Sky. So aliens obviously on their way. He says, check out this picture of the sun setting along the coastline in Alabama. The sky looked like it was on fire. We've been watching the skies ever since, and while there have been other nice sunsets, none have looked as good as this one. It was taken with the OnePlus One. That is an amazing picture.
Wow.
Everything's orange. Everything is orange in that picture.
He didn't use a filter?
I'm assuming not. He just
Wow.
said taken with OnePlus One. Can I tell you a story about OnePlus One that I read the other day that I thought was really fascinating? I'm kind of getting an astrophotography. Like, I want to take pictures of the stars in less light polluted areas, so I might go out to the desert and try on my Fuji, my X100T. But I saw a post online on this website about astrophotography where they used a OnePlus One and got some amazing star photos, of the night sky with not a lot of light pollution. They were able to get pictures of stars with a cell phone.
Why?
It was amazing.
Why are they able to do that on the OnePlus One and nothing else?
Well, because the sensor's really good. The aperture, I think is the lowest. I want to say the iPhone is 2.3, and on the OnePlus One, it's f-stop 2.0 is the lowest. So it lets in more light. So when you're in a less light polluted area, you're able to actually pull the light from the stars and stuff. Seriously, you guys, that OnePlus One camera, it's one of the best out there. I really mean, I haven't tried it personally, but from what I have read and seen from people's pictures, it's a really amazing camera, and I'm really impressed with that. I'm always impressed by an excellent smartphone camera, and the OnePlus One is definitely one of those. So, for what it's worth, I don't know, it takes amazing pictures. That astrophotography stuff, I'll show it to you after the show. It's incredible. Anyway, that's it. If you want to send us some photography, you can email us tomorrow at cnet.com, and, just tell us you took it and give us permission, because that seems important. And then also, if you want to find the show online, you can always send your user feedback to @TomorrowDaily on Twitter, but really, you want to hang out with us.
Yeah.
And you can do that on Twitter.
If you want to send me some arms, you can tweet at me. I'm at Khail Anonymous.
Or if you want to talk about humans,
Yeah.
At Khail
but
Honest
mostly
on
send
Twitter.
me some arms because I miss my arms.
Please send
They're
Khail some
gone.
arms.
But yeah, and then you are.
I'm over at Ashley Esqueda on Twitter. It's super easy to find me as well. But that's it for the show, guys. We'll be back on Monday. That's it for us for this week. Hopefully, Khail will get some arms by then. But if not, we'll see you next time. Be good humans. Bye.